Hey Martin, welcome to Launch Day.
Hello, I'm happy
Uh,
to be here.
and we were just talking about uh, you have a podcast, and so you're using Riverside a lot, which is the tool I use for recording these. And every time I need to tell people, I warn them ahead of time. I will say goodbye at the end, but it's not really goodbye. Don't leave, because you still need to upload your recording. And just before you, the guy left, but
No
he
way.
had he had fiber internet, so it was uploaded, so it was fine. But you're
Okay.
not always that lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that happened to me many times. And you even sometimes or forget to tell, or after like an hour talking, like everyone has forgot, so you say bye, the guy say bye and bye, and then you're like,
It's just natural human thing. I don't know how we could do this because they should just, and actually they should build this feature like fake goodbye or something to warn, because after 1 hour of talking, even if you told them, you say goodbye and they're like goodbye and then they leave. It's just like, so like I do goodbye and then I click stop and then I like, oh, you're still there, don't leave.
uh, don't leave,
Um,
don't leave.
yeah. Yeah. And one recording today, I was like, literally during the recording, which I will publish on YouTube, I'm saying at the end, it's a fake goodbye, okay? And because, I
I
was
remember
worried
the guy.
because I could see they were super into it. I'm like, oh yeah, they're not gonna get it. So
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But I really like the fact that this also become kind of a podcast, as you were saying to me before. I think, I was trying to do that, but like doing content every day or making like a podcast, like as you do, like a new person every day is like insane hard. And you have to be very focused and narrow into creating content where what I was doing for the podcast, he was meeting one person a week. So it's quite more difficult to create like a community vibe and a real movement if you just publish one episode a week. You
yeah.
know.
So what's this podcast you're doing? Because I haven't, to be honest, I haven't checked.
So in
I
long
know I,
ago,
I know you had a community that I
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Long ago, I was in France community. I had Indie Makers. So the French podcast Indie Makers. The first one was made by me, and I ramp up to 100,000 listener. So it was pretty good, but I felt like I was a bit stuck in French mindset. And I was not living in France anymore, so most of my peers of other makers were not French. So I was feeling like the people I want to interview now, I cannot because of the podcast,
Because
is
it was in
French.
French, yeah. And in
Yeah,
France, to be clear with people, not everybody is confident with English. So you cannot switch from
no,
French to English. You cannot do that. I guess maybe if you're Swedish, you can do that. But in
yeah,
France, you cannot do that. So you were stuck.
yeah. I was very stuck for that reason, and also where I created the podcast was on LinkedIn, basically. So I started from there, and I kind of was in this LinkedIn community. I kind of hate now because everyone is like so much into bullshit. So I
So you
stopped
mean
everything.
an actual community inside LinkedIn? There was like a community group, or you mean just LinkedIn in general was the community?
I was just mainly posting on LinkedIn
Yeah,
at the
okay.
time. So that's where people react, and I got a lot of views. I got like the same numbers of followers I have now in Twitter. No, I have more in Twitter now, but I had like 7,000 something in LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and I was pretty active. But I start to hate it, and I will not feel very like connected to these people. Most of people who wanted to connect with me were more startup mindset or VC mindset
Yeah.
or having a big team mindset, where it was not at all what I wanted to do.
And it's
So
mostly business, like it's like networking, it's like American style,
yeah,
like it's really clearly an exchange. It's less like a, I mean, I feel it was it, is that what you mean? On
yeah,
LinkedIn?
it's exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. It started to be more like something not really like human vibe, and as you said, you do here. So I stopped it, and then I started the English version of that, what I call solo makers,
Yeah.
solos, and I did like I think 20 episode. I did one with Mark. I did. That's how I met him basically, and then I got problem with editing because in French I had very good people doing editing for long. They were expensive but good. And then when switching in English, I was like, yeah, I will pay cheaper because Fiverr. But I got so many bad people.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
So he make me like lose so much time, and then I pause it until I find better editor, and I'm still looking for that. Now I have a VA which is looking for them and restarting it. But when it will be start again, I will publish again one every week and one short every day.
You know, that's interesting you talk about that editing because before launch day last year, I had a podcast that I stopped
Yeah, I
because of
remember.
editing, because it was taking too long. And
Yeah.
it's only with launch day that I'm like, well, I'm doing too many. I cannot edit anyway. It's impossible. And I don't have the budget. So fuck it. And like, I'm literally doing almost zero editing. It's just, I just put them. Like, I just, and people love it because it creates, I mean, I'm not saying it's for every type of podcast, but oh, be
Sorry.
careful because your iPhone is used as your camera. So very dangerous. We took so long to set it up. If somebody
You
calls you, we're so fucked. Okay.
I will put it in not do not disturb. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. And, uh, And what I have today, I have multiple people tell me they started listening to this podcast, but then they just listen to it throughout the day while they work. And it makes them connected to the indie community. Like it feels like it's like you're just talking for 1 hour with indie makers and you like part of it. And that's just like super awesome. So I think, man, I'm so glad I don't do editing. I still do a little bit because I do one short of every interview that I
Yeah.
put in the trailer of the launch and also on the page of every product. But it's
Yeah, that the editing part was mostly the shorts because I was trying to do one short a day to have a distribution channel.
yeah,
It was maybe stupid. Maybe I could stop that because basically everyone, if you listen, like people doing podcasts or whatever, growing, and it's like the best way of doing it. But it's like a fucking hassle, and I hate it. And I hate
oh
short.
yeah,
I don't look short. I don't have TikTok. I don't have Instagram. So it's basically doing content for a platform I hate. So maybe I should not do that and come back to the original format in France where I was not doing short and it was like more easily to also get editors.
yeah, maybe, or at least do it first and then you can do shorts later. Like I started like if I tried to put one short a day, but then it was too hard right now, so I stopped. I just do them at the end because it's so time consuming, as you said. Finding the good sequence. I use this thing called Opus Clips, which like kind of like finds the clips and generates. So I just have to choose, but then if you want good quality, you have to edit again because I mean half of the time, let's say, at least a little bit. And
Yeah.
so
I was
yeah,
using Revid from Thibaut, and it's a very great tool as well. It do like everything for you, but still, if you want to perfect it, it's like AI. You cannot just vibe code it. You still have to put your human touch to make it
yeah,
like
yeah,
liked by human.
yeah. That's like these AI, they take us far, but not all the way. I mean, in code, it's starting to be better, but everything I think that requires taste or like creativity, like, it's not the same. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's mostly taste-based. You can make it like understand what you're doing already because if you give it the whole code base, then it will be like kinda look like your style or your idea. But it's never what a human can do, and it's still like not intelligent, or it doesn't have opinion. That's something I like from the. I don't know if you have tested the latest feature of Grok. They did the Wayview.
The Grok 4, uh,
Yeah, Grok 4, but they did like kind of anime characters.
oh no, I haven't
You
seen that.
Yeah, and so they did give them a strong opinion about how they think and how they behave. And that for me is the right direction because having AI, which is like just
Oh,
a,
wait,
a middle opinion of everything, is like, I think is not
please,
helpful.
let's do it Joe Rogan style. Please share your screen and show this waifu thing so we can see.
Smart. The waifu is on the phone, so how I can do that?
How did you get it? Or I can look for it.
Yeah, it's just in the Grok app.
In the Grok app, I have it. And you can put it like this. It's fine. You can do it like
Yeah,
this.
but it's
Oh
filming
yeah. Oh
right.
yeah. First, I forgot. Okay. Oh my God. You're
Yeah.
using it for filming. Grok app. Uh, oh, your friendly companions, Annie and
Yes.
Rudy. Okay.
Yes.
Man, I hope it's not going to take over my AirPods. Otherwise, this recording is fucked.
Remove Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah, shit. Fucking shit.
But basically, they did two. One is the Rudy is like kind of rude animal, very hard to interact with. So now they're gonna change his personality because it's a bit useless. And Amy is like AI girlfriend. She's like so in love with you, and she's so nice, so cute, and she just wants a compliment. I tested it, and my wife did hear it, and she came down and she was like, "Well, are you cheating on me?"
Oh my god, this shit. Oh yeah, I saw this shit. So
Yes.
I'm Dago, because she's speaking to me.
Yeah.
Dago, huh? That's got a cool ring to it. I'm feeling this energy already. So, what's the mood with you tonight, Dago? Got any wild plans?
Oh my god, that's too sexual already.
Yes,
Like, I'm in
it is.
shock.
It is. It is
You're
crazy.
disgusting. Oh my god.
Damn, okay, I didn't even get that wild yet, Dago. Let's chill for a sec. Want to tell me what's got you so shocked? I'm all ears. Promise I'll keep it tame.
Okay,
And
I
which
don't
is
believe
funny.
you.
Yeah.
Whoa, harsh.
Wait.
All right, Dago, I'll keep it real for you. What's got you doubting me? Spill the tea. Let's sort this out.
Shut up, dirty girl.
We'll always
Wow,
answer.
okay, that's enough. I'm not here for that kind of talk, Dago. Let's cool it down.
That's weird. She gave me this vibe, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
woman. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Definitely.
kidding. No, I'm kidding. But like, it was so sexual, man. That was crazy. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and you can go way more far than that. I tried, and it's like there's no limit.
Oh my god. This is funny. This is funny.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
So
So
I think this will be kind of the future of AI, more with like really intentional way of thinking. I think we will have like some, even for coding, we will have some very obtuse, I don't know in English the word for that, but like, having
yeah, precise,
opinionated. Yes.
opinionated. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now, like each time you say something to AI, you say, "Oh yeah, you're right," but no, that's not what you expect from conversation.
Yeah, and so that was your point. Like Grok is more like this new version. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they are pushing in this direction, and I think that will help like a tool for doing, for example, reels and stuff like that. You will be able to give them an opinion, and then they will not derivate it from it and give it a real taste.
And then praise Hitler, which is the risk with Grok, I guess. But it's yeah, oh my god. But I guess that's the interesting thing, this thing, because before that there was this Hitler thing where Grok was like praising Hitler.
Make Hitler, yeah.
But it's kind of, I mean, what I mean is like, I prefer that it has an opinion, even though it's like, no, shut up, don't talk about Hitler, you're crazy. But, it makes you think, well, on coding, it's going to have, like on design, it's going to have more interesting ideas.
Yeah.
At least it's going to have some interesting thoughts, I guess. At least for me, it's maybe because I'm, a troll and I'm contrarian and shit. But like, I'm like, oh, it's just that it's expensive. That's why I haven't tried it. But like, I'm like, that seems more, if it can say something crazy like Hitler, you're like, oh, well, I guess it's going to talk about everything. So, it feels like they just need to fix that somehow, but,
Yeah, that's what I think he was sharing about that. Like, it's very hard to make it like be the exact balance between like no taste at all or like over
yeah,
over
that's
going
it.
to make like
That's it. Yeah. Cool, man. So how are you using AI right now in your project and everything? Mostly coding?
Right now, there is two things. The first one is I am doing like everyone else, using Cursor every day and insulting AI to try to code the things I don't want to code myself anymore.
Yeah.
And the second part is I am building. So I use AI for coding features into Capgo or the plugin I do. So Capgo is basically a tool for mobile apps who are made in Capacitor, which is a specific technology where you put a web app embed in the mobile app.
Yeah.
React Native do the same in a different taste because the button is exactly native, is not HTML, but
I know.
it is the same.
I build a lot of React Native, so I know why I chose React Native and not your technology. But I
This is
hear
not
you. I hear you because in the end, you save so much more time, if you just do a web view. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially with AI now, he's very good in web. So if he's very good in web, then you can at the end just send build for native, and what you have done in your browser and tested with cursor, it's working.
Capacitor, you said. Let me see.
Yeah, capacitor JS. I can
Let
share
me
screen
just.
on that if you want.
Yeah, let's do it. It's fun. Yeah, I'm like doing it every time I do these recordings. I'm becoming more and more chill, and it's becoming more and more fun. So
So
okay,
this is basically the explanation of the platform. Is pretty simple. You can just install it like in few commands, and then you can use many features, native features like background runner, barcode scanners, whatever. And it's just a JavaScript call you add, and first you just install the barcode scanner plugin, and then you call this method scan barcode, and this will open a native view
yeah.
with the camera and run the scanning and return to you the result of the scan. And it's super easy. But the thing is this never been made by Facebook or Google or whatever, so it's not really trendy, but it's super efficient. There is like
And
is
how do
the
you? How does that help you? Like, I guess it's also helpful to share your code between web and native this way.
yeah. But I can show you this. So Capgo,
Okay,
basically.
so Capgo is your product. Yeah.
Yeah, Capgo is my project, and this is the web app. Obviously, I don't have the Dashlane connected, but if you put it in a mobile version, then it's exactly how it look like in the mobile app, because I have also a
Oh.
mobile app.
But how does this, for example, this barcode thing? What happens? Like, on the web, what's gonna happen on the web?
So depending on the plugin how it's made, some integrated also an alternative on web, so it will work on web, or some because it's too specific to a native environment cannot do
But
anything.
I guess you have some special conditions you can use to only display a button on mobile
Yeah,
versus web or
your
something like that. So
capacitor provide you something called is native.
yes, okay. I was just wondering how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just call it, and if it's native, you see you do something. If it's not, you don't do it. You can also check if a plugin is available, for example.
Yeah, I see. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's
so
pretty cool.
you're building. So what are you building then related to that?
Yes, so Capgo related to that is very simple. So because you do a mobile app, which is made in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, that's mean you could update the app directly into the native code without passing by App Store review.
Yeah.
So that's mean because if you have done an app before, you know Apple is super picky and Google is super slow to distribute your app update. And that's okay for some businesses, but when you start to make money with your app, and for example, you ship a bug in production, then your app will stay with this bug for weeks or months, depending on how fast are people to update the app. And that
And
can cost you.
also, how long will Apple take to verify it or Google?
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't clear, but there is two steps. The review can be long. It can be from 1 day to 10, depending on you don't know the reason. If
Yeah.
it's vacation, is whatever. Some more people are publishing, and then you have between 5 to 30 days to have your app updated to the users, because there is very specific condition to download an update. Is the phone has to be plugged, the phone has to be not used, the phone has to be on Wi-Fi, and all of
Then
this.
there's people like me who turn off auto update because I'm a
Yes.
control freak, and then you're fucked. Yeah.
Yes, for example, there is also this. So basically, this created like some problems for some company, like big problems. And because you are again in JavaScript and HTML and CSS, you can just push the code inside the app when the app is open.
Yeah.
and replace it auto load.
It reload the codes, and so
Mhm.
it completely bypasses this thing. Yeah.
Yes, and it's allowed by Apple and Google because if you follow rules, like you're not changing the purpose of the app, you're not adding like a big feature without telling them
Yeah.
and stuff like that, they are okay because they do the same for the App Store. The App Store doesn't have updates. It's a web app, in fact, the App Store of Apple, which is very funny.
Oh, interesting that you say. That's a very good selling point for this. Yeah.
Yeah, and no one see it, and no one is like, "Oh, it's not native." Yeah, it's not native. It is not
I
allowed.
want to check now. I'm even in doubt. Like, what? The App Store isn't native? Now you're gonna
No.
tell that the Notes app is a web app. What? No, I'm kidding. But oh my
No,
God.
that's the only one I know, which is not native.
App Store.
It's partially native, partially not native because they got like, the specific
I have no idea, man.
view
It's
or
amazing.
card about like advertisement or something like events, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the cards of events are not native.
This thing is not native.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and
We're learning so much shit. Okay.
yeah, and so I made a system for myself for my own apps because I was doing apps. So I made a system to self-update the app without the App Store, and I just share on GitHub. Basically, I had this problem, I solved it, and people are like, "Yeah, where it is, where we can pay," and I was like, "Okay." So I start to build a platform around it to
How
make
long
it
was it?
pay. And 4 years ago now.
Wow. And it seems to be working well because you're paying to sponsor this launch day. So you must be loaded, man. So how did it go?
Loaded, I don't know. I like right now I'm around 9K a month. It depends. There is like some revenue I don't count, but between 9 and 14, let's say.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's growing. My difficulty right now is to grow for corporate enterprise, big corporate
Yeah.
things, because I am basically a company of one, or I have one employee, which is part-time. And
You need
when
SOC
you
2
tell
and
that,
shit like this, like some
yeah,
validation, this kind of
I
stuff.
just received SOC 2 yesterday from Comp AI.
I was gonna say use Comp AI, but okay, you
Yeah,
already
yeah, yeah.
used it.
Lewis is a genius. I was complaining on Twitter. I was like, "This is such a scam, the whole business of SOC
It
2."
is.
And I was like, "What the fuck? This is like crazy." And he told me like in January, "You know what? I think I will do this business because you're right. I was working there, and they're all scamming people. It could be like way better and open source." And I was like, "Yes, please do it." And
And he did
and
it. And he was
yeah, yeah,
sponsoring the first launch day. And the
yeah,
first launch day that was such a mess, he didn't get any sales. And I'm like, come back. And he's sponsoring the launch day, the next one. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. Oh my God. No,
Now,
no,
if you
the
need
one, no,
SOC
the
2,
next one is Daniel Vassallo. Him is after. But yeah, he's so cool. And he's, you know, it's such a scam, this SOC 2 thing, that he can still make it 5K a year, and it's still like a good deal. that's
it is.
that's like that's such a scam. It's like, it's gonna be 500 a month, and people are like, yeah, take my money. you know oh my God.
I can tell you, before I complain on Twitter, I got in a call with two company. One proposed me 24,000 a year, and the other one 18,000 a year.
Yeah.
And I am a company of one. Everything is serverless in my fucking Capgo backend and everything. So there is like no servers to inspect. There is nothing to check. Everything is on Supabase. I use only cloud provider because I am alone and I didn't wanted to, do so many things because
Yeah, yeah,
like,
DevOps. Yeah.
yeah, and my biggest value and where I bring value to people, it's on the native, because I'm coding native, I'm coding Java and Swift, and people
Yes.
in my industry know shit about native. So that's where I put a lot of energy and effort into doing native stuff. I do free plugins. I'm biggest provider of plugins with another guy. We're like the two on the top.
You
And
mean like in
so
open source communities and in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah,
what
everything
plugin,
in
for example?
Capco is
Like
open
show
source.
a plugin, because I have no idea. Like, for example, this barcode thing.
Barcode is not made by me, but I can show one.
Yeah, show me. Wow. You so like big a helper in the open source community of this.
Yeah, everything in Capgo is open source, even the SaaS.
Wow, so cool.
So going here.
I like how open source was so huge when, in my youth, when I was like 15, like 20 years ago, and then it stopped and now it's coming back. I love
Yeah.
how it's coming back for like a few years now.
So here is the list of every plugin I've made. There is, I think there is some I didn't even add to the list. Here there is 2 more. But basically, this is to Native Market. So it's hard to demo, but I can explain what it's doing. Native Market is a plugin. If you have an app and you want to reference other apps in your app, for example, you are Google and you want to put a click into Gmail, into whatever apps, but you have an app which is not native. We made this plugin for that. So it directly check if the app exists in the phone. If it doesn't exist, it go to the store. If it exists,
So it's like, I remember, 10 years ago, there was Apple who said, or 12 years ago, we're going to introduce app links. That was a way to link between apps. So that's this, but available in this framework, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We use this, but with a better integration, because if you do the app links for the web, you cannot check if the app exists, because in the web it has to be secure and you cannot check the app existence.
Yes.
So we can do better because of native.
And wait. Let's not go through everything, but like, which is your favorite here? Which is the one that, or the funnier, like the one with the best story?
I think the one with the best story is maybe not here. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
The best one is this one, social login.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
basically, you can see as like.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Stars. Yeah, and
can you zoom in like the font, make it a bit, no, like the comment
yes.
plus. Yeah, good. Thanks.
Yeah, so this one I launched it because I was same. I saw like everyone was struggling to do login into your app. Google login, Facebook login, whatever login you want, and every login platform has its own plugin, and each of them were barely maintained or not really maintained, or the maintainer didn't wanted to use the new library which is recommended because the one he uses is deprecated, whatever. So what we did is we created a plugin where inside there is Facebook, Google, and Apple login, and everything is in one. It's super easy. You just like click activate one. You have the second one. It works. Like it's well documented.
Yeah, you just need to go to Google to make your credentials, and that's it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did in the website here in documentation. We did document like very well how to use it.
Yeah. It's super easy actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to just create the credentials, I mean.
Yeah. And something funny we did about this plugin is basically Apple login. It works only on Apple devices.
Yeah.
But if you are a bit sneaky, you can make a way to make it work on Android. Because right now, if you make an app, and by default, if you have Google login or Facebook login, it is mandatory by Apple, you add Apple login. There is no other choices. If you want your app to be published
on the iPhone. Yes.
Yeah, on the iPhone, you need to have Apple login if you have any other social login.
Wow.
If you do just email password.
It's mafioso style, but it's smart. Okay.
Yeah, but then that creates you a very funny bug is if your app is published on iOS and Android, then someone download the app on iOS, he do Apple login, then he has an Android tablet, for example, and he want to connect to the app, and there is no way to connect with Apple login because it doesn't exist in native in Android. It's like they didn't develop any SDK, so they force you to implement a bug in your app.
But you could hide it, like we said earlier. You could hide it maybe just on Android. Is that possible?
But if you do that and the person want to connect to his account, how you do that?
I get it now. Yeah, he has an iPhone. He created his account with Apple. Oh yeah, so I see the problem. Like, the problem is Apple forces you. So that means some people who use on iOS, I'm sorry, I'm slow, will people on iOS will create an account with Apple. Then one day
Yeah.
they have an Android phone and they're like, oh, I want to log in. Oh shit,
They
how do I
can't.
log in? Because they
Yes.
cannot use Apple. Oh my god.
So yeah, and Apple did provide SDK for JavaScript website. So we use this,
Yeah, because
and
you're
we
web
created
kind.
a native view and a lot of hacks to make it work in Android. But now it works on Android, so we are the only plugin who can allow login, Apple login in Android natively, like even not in
That's
React
awesome.
Native it exists.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah,
No
and that's
idea.
make many people like praise this plugin because it's well maintained. He has feature like no one else has. We use the latest SDK, the most best practices, whatever. Sometimes make us in trouble, but it's a lot of work. And as you can see, there is a lot of issue. People are like missing this, missing this. It's crazy.
Wow.
So
But that's cool. Yeah, that's what scares me about open source, but that's better than having nothing. It's cool
yeah,
activity.
and as you can see here on the homepage, so you have Capgo here reference, so it's a good backlink because you're on GitHub. And here there is like one link to Capgo, one link to
Yeah,
also Capgo,
and that's how,
and
is that your main distribution? Because that seems like awesome, you know?
it is yeah.
Yeah.
SEO doing shit, but this is doing insane.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. So that's basically
So that's your main
why.
marketing is a
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's my main
contribution to GitHub. That's the most interesting marketing channel I've heard so far. That's awesome. Yeah.
Wait, you're not ready for the rest.
Okay.
I am paid by people to create this plugin. This one not. I made it myself. But if you come back to the list here, Uploader I was paid. Which one I
Why?
was
Because
paid?
it's like somebody who needs it, and because you have this authority of being a builder of that on GitHub, they find you. How does that work?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, people find me here on the GitHub, and you see if you have a bug or whatever, you can hire us. I will change the text soon to say like if you need a plugin, hire us
Yeah.
because it's better. I realize that's happening more. On the website also, you can tell like you need like a plugin. Here's for
So it's
enterprise,
still
but
just you, Capgo?
it's me and one developer which is 18 years old and is
Okay.
part-time because it's in school.
Like like in France, like in this French system, which is like
No, he's Polish.
okay, cool, cool,
But yeah,
awesome.
basically this is what make the secret sauce of Capgo is like I have a lot of plugins and people discover me from that and I create more plugins. So I am paid to do my own marketing.
No, I'm like super inspired. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but that happened by mistake. I didn't realize that until not long ago. I was talking about doing SEO on Twitter, and a guy talk about SEO. I DM him. We talk about SEO, and he's basically showing me I'm doing shit in SEO. So he's like, "Where do you get
Is this
traffic?"
Elias? Is this
No,
fucking? Because
no,
some guys
it's
did the same to me. I'm like, dude, shut up. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's Oliver. It's another one.
Oliver. Okay.
Yeah, but really, like the guy changed my mind. Oliver Fish, very cool guy.
Okay.
And I was talking with him, and he analyzed like my stats into Ahrefs and stuff like that, and Google Cloud Console, Search Console. And he told me basically you just have branded content. People find you for your brand. So what the fuck you doing with your brand? And then I show him the plugin, and he's like, "Oh, so your brand is everywhere.
Yeah.
Capgo plugin, Capgo blah blah blah." So
That's the
basically,
best,
I have
man.
yeah, and so he made me realize that I'm a piece of shit in SEO. I'm doing shit,
Oh my god.
but I am paid to do marketing, and I should keep doing that. Well, for me, I was like, when I get like to 10K MRR, I stop doing the plugin because it's so much time and so much effort to do like service, and I don't want service to do service. And he made me realize, no, man, like this is like if you do that, you kill yourself.
That's the acquisition channel. That's the value.
Yeah.
You know, I have this same kind of thanks for stop sharing your screen when we are done, because I have to ask every guest, but you're a podcast pro, so you know that if you don't, I have to fucking edit. So thank you. Um, anyway, yeah, man, like, fuck, I forget I'm so tired. I forgot what I was gonna say.
About the marketing channel.
Yeah. Really cool marketing channel. Well, I will remember it. Um, but yeah, I was gonna say launch day. I kind of like fight it. I am resisting. Uh, that what this is, what this is becoming is a community, and it's becoming. I think it could replace indiehackers.com in the mind of people because it kind of like fell down and there's like nothing that came back. Like this community is kind of like missing something. And I think launch day could be that. And I have more and more people who love it. But I'm resisting because I'm like, oh no, I don't want to just do that. I want to build some apps and some SaaS. And like sometimes you have something like you have an idea of what you should be, of what you imagine yourself. But it's usually different from like what's working, what's easy, and what actually can help the most people. So for example, you're doing something beautiful. Like this is open source. So like open source is awesome. You're helping people. It's so cool. Like you should be so proud of this. Like it's so great. Like it's the people, we used to admire. Like, oh, this guy is creating all of this for free. Wow. That's just so beautiful. And you're making money and it's your distribution channel. So like everything is perfect, but you're still thinking, that's
Yeah, there
interesting.
is always a way to complain. And for a while, it took me a while to understand that it's not about the idea you have to find. It's also you have to find your founder fit, like you as a person that you fit in this place and it give you energy every day. It's not draining you. And right now doing like plugin and stuff like that, it's not really draining me. I hate the fact like I'm doing service, but I hate the fact I don't hate the action. I like what I'm doing because every day, I am deeply rooted a hacker. I like to hack stuff and make things that's not supposed to work. And what I do with the plugin is always like that. Like right now, I'm trying to do like a plugin for stream call. So stream call is a SDK to do call between phones apps, and this shit is like not working at all for capacitor. Is not made for that. So I am like
Yeah.
hacking my way to it,
And
and I
maybe
know.
the documentation is bad. It's a new thing. Like you sometimes have this. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
fun.
a
It's a
mix, lot
problem
of
to
things.
solve. Yeah.
Yeah, and I am capable to do that, and I know like most of no one in the world would like to do that. Like the guy I really like, Robin, is another guy in the same field as me. He's also doing like the same business, the same plugin, and we're very friend. But him, for example, he doesn't like at all to not control what he's doing. So basically, me, I'm capable to take a plugin for someone else, which is half broken, half working, and fork it and make it work and maintain the bad code of
That's
someone.
that's very. I never heard that. That's a very magical skill. I would hate to do that. So that's
Yes.
very good.
But I don't know why. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy the mystery of discovering shitty code of people,
Oh my god. Yeah.
And Robin, on his other side, when he find a plugin which is useful but broken, he record it from the start, which is very nice. He make like super high quality plugin in what he's doing, but it takes like 10 times more than me.
Yeah.
And he cannot scale as fast as me on plugins because like I'm just fixing tiny bugs, understanding the shit, improving it, and sometimes after a while rewriting them because there's no other ways. But that's not what I'm doing first.
Man, that's awesome. Super inspiring. So I've been meaning to ask you since the beginning. Where do you live right now? Where are you?
So right now I am in Madeira, which is a Portuguese island.
Okay.
In the you see where are the not yeah, the Canary Islands. So it's a
No,
bit.
it's like super far away. Like it's not in Portugal. It's like super far. It's like in
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's near Africa. So Canary Island are very near Africa, and we are a bit further. We are very in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. If you
Wow.
know where Azores, we are midway between Portugal and Azores, so it's pretty far. But
Madeira. Let me share my screen quickly because I, I,
yes,
I,
cool.
I love to. I will do it. I love
Yes.
doing. It's like the first time doing this Joe Rogan style. I mean, I do it more and more, but like I mean, in the sense of showing links live, and I fucking love it, man. It's gonna be okay. So Madeira.
Yes,
Wow.
that's
Okay.
my
Yeah.
island.
Very small island.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's
it's a
near Morocco. Okay, I see.
I mean near. It's it's still
Yeah,
far,
it's like one
but
country away, but yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Madeira.
And I really like this place because so we're still in Europe, but you see behind me there is a banana tree. or a different kind, but
Yeah,
in the style of a banana tree. We have banana in Madeira. We had good weather all year long, and we are in Portugal, so it's like
it's
1 hour 30 from Lisbon.
and it's EU also, it's so you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have all these things. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not dangerous. I often compare, like, I was living in Madeira and then I went to Bali. And Bali is beautiful, it's different, blah, blah, blah. But then I went to a hike and the first things I saw after 5 minutes is a cobra in front of me in the street.
Wow.
And I was like, what I'm supposed to do with a cobra? I was
That's
not
what,
prepared.
that's the problem with bullshit on social media is they only show you because what get likes is the cool shit. So
Yeah.
you only see the cool shit. Then you go there like, what the fuck? Like there's a meme like this of like Joe Pesci who's like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this piece of shit? I'm kidding, but it's kind of like,
No, but it's clearly that, man. And just to finish the story, so I saw a cobra. I was like, "What the fuck?" I like came on back, like I escape, like I run away from a freaking cobra. Then I come back home. I sleep. I wake up. I in my room. I go to the terrace. I sit my ass to do breakfast, and we were like, "What the fuck happened yesterday?" And then I saw my ex-girlfriend freezing, and becoming white, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening again?" And then I turned behind me on the. It was like a wall kind of the border of the terrace. It was a
yeah.
fucking anaconda. And I was like, what the fuck is happening in this country?
Well, before continuing on shitting on Bali, I want to say people have the same experience with Paris. They watch Emily in Paris, they see all these things,
Like,
and they
yeah,
come and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So I'm not saying it's just Bali, it's just social media in general. But
I agree.
man,
But
yeah.
what I was saying, it was not like about social media. It's more about, I like Madeira because it's a safe place. The only things you can do is kill yourself because you did a hike in a dangerous place. But outside of that, there is no wolf, no bear, no things that can kill you
No huge
easily.
snakes. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's too much.
There-
I saw a snake once when I was Airbnb with my ex in like a desert in USA.
Yeah.
And it was in New Mexico, and this old lady, she was on Airbnb, and she, it was back when Airbnb was kind of like,
Cool.
and let's say, maybe 10 years ago, and man, we got in there, and like it's in the desert, and it's like my ex wanted to go because she's always wanted to discover new things, and there was this, oh, it's a house that's almost buried, it's semi-buried. So half of the house is buried and the roof is basically at the normal level. So you can walk on the roof,
Oh, cool.
So that's cool. She has her little, fruits and vegetable shit on the roof, whatever. I mean, whatever vegetable you can put on the desert, but still, because it was just like sand and stones and shit. And we go on the roof, she makes us visit and we hear like this fucking rattlesnake. And I never thought in my life I was scared of snakes, and because I never met them. I'm scared of spiders, I know, but snakes, I'm like, oh, it's a snake. But when this shit was like, and like,
I was ready to.
this shit, I couldn't sleep. Like so then we left, and it was like, and my ex, she was in shorts, and she was like, naked legs, and this thing was like just close to her. So we went back. Then this lady, she didn't seem super bothered. She was like, oh yeah, she was kind of like old, but like kind of like disconnected, like, oh yeah. And like, no, please do something. And so she called her neighbor who was like 10 minutes away, her neighbor. But he used to be like, first she went to get her neighbor. So it took her like 20 minutes. So we were alone in this house. And she said, please don't let my dogs run away. They will be killed by the snakes. So she goes off. And then we're waiting and we see the dogs run away. I'm like, I'm not moving for these dogs. I don't give a shit. I'm not saving the dogs. So the dogs go away. Nothing happened to them, thankfully. Then she comes back with this neighbor and this guy. He's like, Indian American, like native. Like, and he was from Canada, but he was like, like in the movies, like with these fucking feathers and shit. Almost. He was a bit more modern, but still. And he's like, oh, I'm going to kill it and it's going to make the rain come. I'm like, what? Okay, it's going to make it rain, like, and so he goes and he went to kill it with like the biggest stick. I like the technique was so simple. He had a super heavy stick that was like 3 meters long and he was just 3 meters away and just like just killing the fucking snake.
Yeah.
And so he kills it, and he said, "Oh, that was just the baby. You should watch out for the mother." You know, I'm like, okay, cool. And he said, also be careful because sometimes they're on trees and they fall on your head. So we try to
Perfect.
yeah, amazing. We try to forget. We go get some food. Amazing. We met some French people in this restaurant somehow. We come back at night and we park, but the parking place is in under a tree. So we're shitting our pants. We're like, let's go out. And we go out. We're going to finish soon. Like, we go into the house. She's sleeping, this lady, it's like midnight or something. She's sleeping because it's the same house. And we hear crazy noises in her room, like big bugs, like. But she's old and she has shit in like to hear, so she removed it probably. She's completely deaf or something. And then we're like in the room and we're like, okay, cool. And then we see on top of the bed what we see, a big air vent, that's like right under the roof. And like there's just like a fucking like big
The
fucking
walk
vent
you walk to, yeah. So the snake
where there
can
was
go.
the snake. So we're like, so basically this thing can fall on us, So I
Amazing.
look online on the Wi-Fi. I look is because it's like a open source kind of house that she built, some modern shit. So I'm like like modern kind of house that's buried. So you could find like the plans, the schemas. So I look, is there some kind of protection anyway? And then we start to try to sleep, and then we see there was like basically beetles, like small beetles,
Yeah.
like this black thing. And we start seeing one in the room, and then two, and then my ex is like scared, so she comes in my arm, and I'm like, it's gonna be okay. And then she hears I stop breathing. She's like, what? And I was looking up, and there's like 10, everywhere, and this shit is running everywhere. I'm like, we're gonna sleep in the car. So we go in the car. We go sleep in the car. What they don't tell you, what I didn't know, is in the desert, it's freezing at night. Like in the day, it's like 35, and then at night it's like 8. That's why that's why it's so stupid to make a buried house in the desert, because all these animals, they go for warmth. So at night they go
look
inside the house.
Hey, can we argue as well?
Oh my God. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell the
No,
story.
it was cool. It was cool. But that's
man.
exactly a resume why I live in Madeira. It's I want to be in a place which is warm. So it is the case mostly in all year long. It's between 17 degree to 26 degree all
So
year
it's never
long.
too much? Like it's never like 35 or something?
No, maybe like 1 or 2 days of canicule.
Yeah.
Like, and it's 31.
Yeah, I see.
That's
And do they have AC there? Is it common to have AC?
I don't have AC in my house, and to install it is a hassle. But the good part is you like at 26 is still okay. It's like a bit hot, but it's not
Yeah.
like 30 or something. That's also why I looked for a place which is like not having too much heat. I'm from south of France. I've been burned every year, and I don't want that. I don't want to live under AC. Not because like I do believe in AC. It's just like you have to clean it. I am very sensible of dust and bacteria in air, particles. So if I want to use AC, I have to clean it every day, and I don't want to do that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Maybe that's why when I never had AC, but when I was in building which had AC, after 2 hours my eyes are so dry it starts hurting. So I don't know why. So maybe that's related to that. But yeah, I think it's not just magical. You have also low quality AC and high quality AC that must make such a big difference. You have some which I guess have HEPA filters and all these advanced shit. So that must be super expensive then.
Yeah, I definitely. I think there is a cost thing. Like the higher you go, the better you go. But at one point, you still need to clean it. It's like a vacuum cleaner. If you don't clean it at one point, it's not vacuum.
And with your sensitivity, you need to clean it every day. So yeah, that's a hassle. Or maybe once a week.
Yeah, it depends. I never tried every premium one. Maybe it's better, but for average one, I need to clean it like very often. Otherwise, I start sneezing all the time. Just for my house, I bought like super expensive vacuum cleaner with HEPA filter because otherwise I sneeze all the time. Just with
I
the
see.
dust.
Yeah, so you're very sensitive. I see. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm limit to allergic of dust. So it's like
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're on the good side of the limit, because on the other side, you must be basically fucked.
yes.
Oh my God.
But I'm sensible to that.
Okay. That was a good one, man. I'm glad I
Yes.
met you. Finally, after all this time. This was
Yes,
cool.
great. We were
Yeah.
supposed to do a podcast, no, at one point. Or I never
Yeah,
told.
I think we will, yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. That was cool. Yeah, so um I hope you will get some sales from launch day. You have this new sponsorship slot, which is the shittiest you can imagine, which is like fixed
I
position
agree.
at the bottom of the list, but you had this thought to think it's gonna be stuck to the live chat on mobile. And it's
Yeah.
2/3 of traffic, or at least let me check, because maybe it's only 10% traffic on mobile and you made a bad investment. Let me check for you.
No, but instead of just thinking about mobile, I think more globally, what I see in your platform is like everyone want to know a bit about every project because it's like carefully selected and is not a launch every day. You know, Product Hunt, you look like the 5 first or less, but I still scroll on Product Hunt,
Yeah.
and so I believe people will scroll also in your platform.
Yeah. Okay, so that's today. iOS 42. Yeah, I think that was 60. Let's say 1 month. Tuk. Yeah,
Yeah.
mobile
Yes,
is gonna be, around 55, 60, yeah, around 60.
yeah. Maybe I have the best slot and you didn't knew about it.
Yeah, no, but it's cool. It's really cool idea. Yeah, I had a lot of people on the first launch, but like what I like is like it's never, it's just the beginning, but I'm still getting some good traffic. Like if you look just 1 week, which is very low in terms of, what I did, I still get basically 100% per day, even right now, which is cool. And plausible is kind of like quite, like it's really not counting everyone.
Do you use the version you host yourself? I mean, not the whole platform,
No.
the script.
And actually, I think I'm going to switch to a product that is in this launch day from Dominic Summer, because he almost convinced me to switch for his platform, which is called Sweatrix.
Okay.
No, wait, I have multiple people
On
with
the straight name.
analytics. I don't want to get fucking. No, Sweatrix is last week, last launch day. Another awesome product. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired. But yeah, he convinced me, and I think I might use it because he also is going to get a super cool lifetime deal or like a 1 year deal, I think. So that's going to be awesome. And look, like I'm not doing SEO, and people are shitting on me because, I mean, some people like, oh, you don't have SEO. So first of all, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be a bit ranting. The reason I'm not doing SEO is like all of these fucking websites, Product Hunt Alternative, they're just selling backlinks. That's what they're doing. They're just scamming. It's like, which you shouldn't do because Google doesn't allow it, basically. But anyway, they're selling backlinks. So it's just like, there's literally zero value. It's like backlinks. So it's valuable, but it's not complicated. It's just the most basic business online is to sell a fucking backlink. And I'm selling attention, interest, visibility, sales. So that's like 10 times more important. And sorry, just ranting. And I was like, I don't want to do SEO. I'm going to make a product so cool that I still want to make SEO, but like my first goal is like to be so cool that people link to me. And look, I don't do any SEO. So Simon Heuberg was the sponsor. App Launcher, I guess, is, I don't even know what it is, but I guess it's an aggregator. This is my newsletter. Listing Cat must be listing. Yeah, you see, all of these people are creating links for my platform because it's cool. And that reminds me of you, that reminds me of what you just said, that you focused on, being useful and just doing cool shit on GitHub, and you have SEO because of this,
Yeah. That's what you need to do to look in Ahref is there is a chart somewhere you can see if you have branded content or
Oh, yeah.
against against non-branded content, that means people come to you because they know you, and
Yeah.
that means you're doing what you want correctly. It's like being cool, because
Yeah.
like the same as Superhuman or other platform like that, they exist not because they're doing better features or whatever. It's because they are cool. That's a way to market it. I have no idea unless what I'm doing on GitHub to do it. But I think that can be a very good way to market it. Basically, that's why I decided to go with you on the lunches, but because I know right now you're cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're talking
The
and
thing
people
is
are
cool.
talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because numbers will not make real sense, but the cool is something different you cannot really measure. So it's also better for sales for you.
Yeah.
Because the numbers will not tell, but the quality of the people coming makes a huge difference.
Yeah. 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 I think so. I agree. And I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. And I think, also we're indie makers. So, we cannot spread ourselves too thin. We got to focus. Like you're focusing on contribution, open source. I'm focusing on making it the coolest thing I can on social media. Of course, it would be better if we had time to do SEO. Like, it would be better, 100%. Like proper SEO. But, you also need to pick your battles, I think. So, that makes sense. So,
Yeah, and on top of that, there's like picking your battle, and also I would say there is battle you can win easily. For example, you're very good at creating community and attracting attention
yeah.
of people. And so double down on that. You don't need SEO. This is stupid to do SEO if you're so good at grabbing attention on social media, like on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like keep doing that better. Like when you started to 3 times more tweet or stuff like that, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see more of you, more than you doing SEO. I think
Yeah. And,
the problem with social is like it's not really. I don't know how you
it's
can
not
make it laugh.
passive. It's not
Yeah, yeah,
passive. And
yeah,
that's very
exactly.
tough. But I'm building a community with launch days, so it's going to become more and more passive over time, I think, a little bit. But it's really right what you said, like we should focus because, and also it's your moat. Like, look at all of these I mean, I'm sorry, but like, when I'm competing, I'm like a fucking asshole. But I like all these competitors.
We like you. You're very French,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
It's I'm so fucking French, man. I'm embracing it now. Yeah, and like they're all doing the same thing. So sure, a lot of them for now they have better domain ranking, but like I just think right now, if you're launching, there's three options. They're like product hunt, you should do it because it's free and you have a chance of going big. So do it 100%. Then you can pick one of these alternatives for just the backlink, which is cool for your SEO. And if you want attention, go on launch day. If you want attention, if you want to be part of something cool, if you want to show your face, have some authority, it's so helpful for everything, for your marketing. It makes you exist in the eye of people, because now you have a video. Half of the people then on this launch day, they never did a video before. They didn't have an interview. So that's awesome for them. That's awesome. And so it's just so different. And this difference, it's scary, but it's also, well, now there's such an obvious reason to do launch day. Because if I had just done like a product hunt alternative, then the only thing I'm competing in is like my domain authority. So I'm fucked because they all have better. So why would you pay for me?
yeah,
No reason. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's yeah.
No, and in top of that, I think product hunt is super generic, like everyone launching on it, like things unrelated. So it became like Facebook, it's like so big and it
Yeah.
doesn't because it's so big, but it doesn't provide value much. I don't go to product hunt anymore. It's like, find it like not really interesting anymore. But yours platform finding way more interested because it's like, it's all community, it's all vibe. It's like matching what I know. It's like, it's like basically the what's the name of that? The place in the center of the village. So if he
Oh
can
yeah.
become that, that you will hang out there because it's the people the people you like, the people I've talked with every day on Twitter. I will be there, and that's
Yeah.
the nice thing.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. We're gonna end this podcast after exactly 1 hour.
Yay.
That's awesome, man. So yeah, I hope this launch day is gonna bring you cool shit. That I'm gonna try my best. And that was awesome finally meeting you.
Yes, it was awesome to meet you as well, and I hope launch day will be great for everyone.
Thank you,
See you.
man. And thanks for sponsoring. Bye.
Yes.